So finding your grounding, and take a deep breath in and let the exhale drop out of the mouth. Maybe there's a sound to your exhale, and take another one like that. Breath in and open mouth, exhale. And then now begin to reel in your breath a bit. So you begin to find a little agency over those exhales, especially after those open mouth ones. Now we're going to control that exhale a bit more. And to control that exhale, you're going to have to use that lower belly. You're going to have to use those torso and muscles and rib cage and chest. And you're going to have to pay attention to that exhale. Let's begin to find a bit more agency over the breath. And to do this, you might close your eyes if you're feeling stable and strong through your legs. Or you might just keep a soft gaze in front of you. As you begin to act with some agency of how you let the air out of the body, you'll notice that you also will be acting some agency on how you bring the air into the body. And when you begin to breathe with a bit more intention, you might be able to notice the movement that occurs to let the air in, the movement that occurs to let the air out. And you might begin to notice how the inhales and the exhales are related, how one depends on the other. So the deeper and longer your inhale, the longer your exhale can be. And the longer, a more efficient exhale will also allow a deeper and longer inhale. And then one of the results from that more intentional breathing might be a more efficient exchange of air in the lungs. So imagine if you could exchange the whole volume of air with each breath in and breath out. Taking about 3 more cycles of breath, just that, just breathing, paying attention. And then with your next inhale, bending your knees and coming straight into a chair pose, reaching your arms up above. And then on your exhale, bring hands to your heart. And now shift your weight forward and back on the soles of the feet. So slightly towards your heels and maybe lifting your toes. And then towards the balls of the feet and maybe just hovering very gently, very slightly your heels off the ground. So not too high, just a little shift forward and back. Just feeling the weight of the body shift on the soles of the feet. And taking another breath in. Try to keep those shoulders away from your ears. And breath out, drawing the belly towards the spine. And then on your inhale, straightening the legs and reaching those arms overhead. And on your exhale, lowering your right hand down and finding a side stretch. And inhale as you come back through center. And exhale, other side. And inhale through center and getting a good stretch through your arms, interlacing your fingers, turning the palms up towards the ceiling. And taking a breath in. And a breath out. And one more, push those palms away, breath in. And then on your exhale, lowering those arms down by your side. Palms facing in, bending the knees again and coming back into chair pose. And this time lowering the right arm down, reaching it out behind you. And then as you inhale, reaching that arm up and switching, left arm lowers, exhale. And arm lifts and right arm down, exhale. And lift and left arm, exhale. And inhale again, rising up and exhale, left hand down, side stretch. Back through center and other side, exhale. And center, and now finding the awkward interlace of the fingers, pushing the palms towards the ceiling and again getting that stretch through the side body, breathing in and breathing out. And another breath in, push the palms away. And on your exhale, hands down and by your side. Bending your knees, come back into your chair pose and bring hands to your heart, exhale. And take a moment. Maybe you close your eyes, connecting again to that breath. Maybe beginning to feel a little heat in the thighs and the legs. And one more breath in. And breath out. And then as you inhale, rising up, arms lift. And on your exhale, bring hands behind you. Interlace them at your lower back. Open up your chest, inhale. And then lower the chin to your chest, exhale. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then as you inhale, release your hands, reach them up. And now bending your knees to go into a forward fold, reaching forward and down, exhale. Hands to your shins, halfway lift on your inhale. And fold forward, exhale. And again, half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. And inhale, half lift. And fold, exhale. Grab opposite elbows, take a full breath in here. And then bend your right knee, exhale. And straighten that right knee, inhale. And bend your left, exhale. And straighten. And right knee bends. And straighten. And left knee bends. And now on your inhale, both knees bend, rising up, back into your chair pose. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, straighten legs, straighten arms, side stretch, exhale. Center, inhale, other side, exhale. Center, inhale, and hands behind you, switch your interlace, open up that chest, inhale, and exhale, chin to chest. Again, as you drop that chin, get that stretch in the back of your neck, keep those shoulders down. Another breath in, and breath out. And now releasing those hands, reaching them up, knees forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, fold, exhale. Again, half lift, inhale, fold, exhale. And halfway lift, inhale, this time hold here. So look for your neutral spine, sit bones back, draw that lower belly up and in. And then on your inhale, reach your right arm forward so it comes by your ear, palm is facing in. Full breath in here, looking straight down. And then on your exhale, lower that right arm. You're still in that neutral spine, halfway lift, left arm lifts. And it comes by your ear, palm facing in, fingers reaching forward. Breathing in. And exhale, lower that left arm down. See if you can keep that halfway lift, and now both arms come forward by your ears, palms facing in. Remember, you can bend your knees here, try to keep that neutral spine, take another breath in. And then on your exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Grab opposite elbows, breathe in. Bend the right knee, exhale. Inhale, straighten. And bend your left, exhale. Then straighten. And right knee bends, exhale. And straighten. And left knee bends, exhale. Now on your inhale, both knees bend, rise up, chair pose. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale all the way up to stand. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale through center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. And now on your exhale, step the right foot back, warrior one. Press the outer edge of that back foot down, engage your right glute, square your hips towards the front of your mat, and rest your thumbs at your chest. Pausing here, take a breath in, and a breath out. And now as you inhale, reach your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, left hand around your right wrist. And we're going to pull the right wrist up first, so feel the stretch through the right side of the body, and then pull it towards your left. You're not changing your hips, you're not going too far, just enough to feel the stretch through the side body. Breathe in, and breathe out. And then as you inhale back through center, and on your exhale, hands behind you. Interlace them at the lower back, straighten those arms, open up your chest. On your exhale, you might reach your chest forward and down. So early in the practice, you don't have to go all the way down. You could go halfway, or you could stay upright. Breathe in, stay strong through the legs. And breathe out. And then as you inhale, rising that torso, release your hands. And on your exhale, stepping that back foot forward. Mountain pose, bringing hands to heart. Arms lift as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise into chair. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Left foot steps back, warrior one. Planting that back foot, resting hands at your chest. So again, just check those feet, those legs. Press through that outer edge, back foot. Engage that left glute. And see if you can release some tension from shoulders and face here. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then on your inhale, arms lift. And on your exhale, your right hand around your left wrist. And now we're sending that wrist up. and then over to the right. So moving that wrist away from that back foot and getting some stretch through the left side of the body. You're staying strong through your legs, so nothing changes in those legs. Breathe in and breathe out. And then as you inhale, we're coming back through center. And then hands behind you, exhale. Find it awkward and interlace off the fingers. Squeeze those shoulder blades, chest opens. And if you feel stable, reach that chest forward and down. And any amount again. Want to stay strong through the legs. And just get that reach of the crown of the head away from your tailbone. Another full breath in. And full breath out. And then as you inhale, rising up, release the hands, arms lift. And on your exhale, stepping forward, mountain pose, hands to your heart. Inhale just here. Exhale. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And now on your exhale, plant your hands, downward facing dog. And let's just pause in downward facing dog. Okay, so just taking a moment, looking side to side, just checking in with those shoulders, that neck, checking in with the backs of your legs. Getting that stretch through the back of your ankle, maybe your calf, those hamstrings. And another breath in and breath out. And then on your inhale, let's come out into a plank pose. And let's hold here for a moment and make it a little bit of a moving plank pose. Okay, and you could always bring your knees down and just shift a little bit your weight or from side to side or front to back. Almost like making a bit of a circle, that could also be the case. And another breath in. And then on the exhale, we'll move back into downward facing dog. And now finding some movement in your neck. So now look towards your right armpit. And then look towards your left. And now look towards your right elbow. And to your left elbow. And now look towards your fingers straight in front of you. And then look all the way to your belly. And now let your neck hang. And with your next exhale, lower your knees and let's come into a table pose. And bring your hands under your shoulders and take a moment to spread those fingers, to press through the ends of the fingers, through the base of your fingers, and then through the thumb part of your hand as well as the pinky side of your hand. And then on your inhale, let's bring that chest forward, coming into a cow pose. And on the exhale, let's round the spine. And then again, inhale, exhale, and inhale, and round, exhale. And let's find a neutral spine and reach the right leg out behind us. And then on the exhale, draw the knee into your chest. And inhale and lengthen. And bring that knee to the outside of your right elbow. And inhale, lengthen. And knee to your left elbow. And inhale, lengthen. And then lower your knee, exhale. Shift to the left side, inhale as you lengthen. Exhale and knee to chest. And inhale, lengthen. And outside of your left elbow. And lengthen. And now to your right elbow. And lengthen. And lowering that knee down. And then on your inhale, bring your hips out to the right, look over to the left. And then bring them back through center. And then hips to the left, looking over to the right. And back through center, one more time each side. And imagine like kind of dropping the hips towards the side. And then center. And shift to the opposite side. And center. And then inhale, chest forward, gaze up. And on your exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. And in your downward facing dog, widen your feet. So outer edges of your mat, so it's a bit more than shoulder width. And then on your inhale, lift your heels. And on your exhale, just drop your heels to the right. And they might touch the ground or they might not. And then inhale, come back through center. And then drop your heels to the left. And then inhale, center. One more time each side, heels to the right. And center. And to your left. And now coming back through center and walking your feet to your hands. We'll meet in a forward fold. Top of the mat, grab opposite elbows and take a full breath in. And full breath out. And then as you inhale, bend into those knees, coming up into your chair pose. And as you exhale, bring hands to your heart. Inhale, straighten legs and arms. And exhale, side stretch. Inhale as you come back through center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center, and give your wrists a stretch here too. Turn the palms up. Push those palms towards the ceiling. Drop the chin. Take another breath in. And then with your arms wide, all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, fold. Two more times, halfway lift, inhale, fold, exhale, and inhale, and fold, exhale. With your next inhale, bending your knees back into your chair pose, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rising all the way up to stand, side stretch, exhale. Back through center, inhale, other side, exhale. And center, inhale, and your right foot will step back, warrior one, exhale. And pause here, once again, checking your base, grounding through the feet, strong legs, back glute, that right glute engaged, that left thigh engaged, spreading your toes. And now shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed, eyes soft. Take another breath in and breath out. And then on your inhale, arms lift. And on your exhale, bend your elbows. Chest opens as you inhale. And bring your forearms in front of you, exhale. And then again, open, inhale. Exhale. And inhale, open. And exhale. On your inhale, arms lift. And as you exhale, just lower the hands behind you. But this time, see if you can grab opposite elbows. You could start by grabbing the wrists, or you could then walk your hands towards your elbows. And then once you've got your elbows, push the spine into your arms. So engaging that lower belly, lift that lower belly up and in. Breathe in. And breathe out. And another breath in. And breath out. And then as you inhale, release those arms, reach them up. And on your exhale, stepping forward and back to your mountain pose, hands to your heart. Okay, take a moment, full breath in. And full breath out. Inhale as your arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, downward facing dog. And again now, your chance to again check in with that neck. Okay, so a little movement of the neck, letting the head just be heavy. And letting gravity add some traction to your spine. Take another breath in. And breath out. And one more breath in. And then on your exhale, let's meet in a table pose. And hands on the shoulders, spread those fingers. Tops of the feet can be on the mat, and if so, press the tops of the feet down too, so not only your knees. And finding your cows and cats, chest forward, gaze up, spread those sit bones. Exhale, round the spine. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And round. Exhale. And let's find a neutral spine. So drawing that lower belly up and in. And let's reach the right leg out behind us. And then on your exhale, we're going to cross that right foot over to the left side and then plant the ball of the foot and push the heel away. Okay, take a full breath in. And then on your exhale, turn your gaze towards that right heel. Breathe in here. And breathe out. And now listen, so we've not done this one before. So now bend that right knee. And that right knee is kind of coming behind that left knee. Okay. And it might even be on the mat. And then just give your hips a little stretch here. So send those sit bones towards your heels. So they won't get to your heels, but you're just sending them there. Getting the stretch also through your arms. You could walk your fingers forward a bit and then push the mat away. And keep drawing those sit bones towards your heels. Take another breath in. And breath out. And then as you inhale, coming back up into your table pose, straighten that right leg out. And then when you're ready, right leg rises. And on your exhale, lower that knee down, coming back into your table pose. And now shifting your hips from side to side. So when your hips shift to the right, lift your left hand off the mat. And then plant your left hand, shift your hips to the left, and lift your right hand off. And then again, center, hips to the right, left hand lifts. And center, hips to the left, and your right hand can lift. And then back through center, neutral spine. Take an inhale, chest forward, gaze up. And then on your exhale, tuck your toes. Let's find downward facing dog. And again, using down dog to check the neck. Any tension appearing there, see if you can let it go. And another full breath in. And full breath out. And now inhale, walking your feet to your hands. And exhale to fold. Inhale, chair pose, bending your knees, rising up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, straighten legs and arms. Side stretch. Exhale. Inhale through center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. And now on your exhale is your left foot that's stepping back and warrior one. Planting that back foot, bending into that front knee. Taking a moment here to check the strength in your base and then the softness in shoulders, jaw, eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. And then with a stable base, inhale, arms lift. And exhale, elbows bend. Inhale as your chest opens. Exhale to bring those forearms in front of you. Inhale to open. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And now on your inhale, arms lift. And as you exhale, bring those hands behind you. And again, let's go for those elbows. And again, you could start at wrist and see if you can do it the opposite way. So it might be the one that's kind of not happening by default. So the one that feels a little awkward. And you could walk your hands to your elbows. And then once you've got whatever you're grabbing onto, whether it's elbows or forearms or wrists, push that spine into your arms. Take a breath in. And breath out, belly towards the spine. And another breath in. And breath out. And then on your inhale, release those arms, reaching them up. And as you exhale, weight forward into that front leg and stepping forward into mountain pose and hands coming to your heart. Take a moment, breathe in and breathe out. And then as you inhale, arms lift. On your exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe here. And remember, if down dog is not a place that allows you to have a smooth, full breath, modify it. Come into a table pose or come into a child's pose. And see if you can use these next 3 breaths to reset, to check in, to find some ease. And one more full breath in. And then we'll all meet in a table pose. Whether it's knees down or whether it's keeping those knees lifted. Just making sure that your hands are more or less in line with your shoulders and that you're spreading weight on the whole hand, including fingers. And then as you're ready with a neutral spine, your left leg is going to reach out behind you. And then we're going to cross that left foot over to the right, planting the ball of the foot and then pushing that heel away. Take a full breath in here. And then turn your gaze towards that left heel. Find a full breath in. And a full breath out. And another breath in. And now on your exhale, just bend that left knee. So the knee is dropping towards that right knee. And then once you've got that, send your hips back. And you can walk your fingers forward. And then just use your arms to push those hips towards the heels. So just getting a little different stretch here with those legs crossed. Breathing in. And breathing out. And one more breath in. And breath out. And then as you inhale, coming back up, hands on the shoulders. Let's lengthen that left leg out. And then as you exhale, come back into your table pose. Knees on the hips, hands on the shoulders. And again, let's shift the hips from side to side, giving the hands a little break. So hips to the right, left arm can reach out. And then plant that left hand, hips through center. And then hips to the left and right hand can come all the way out. And then back through center. And one more time each side. And back through center and other side. And let's meet back at center. Bring your chest forward, gaze up. And then on your exhale, come onto your fingertips. Palms are lifted. Really round your spine. Maybe walk those fingers a little closer to your knees so that you can really find that rounding through that upper back. Dropping the head, breathing in. And breathing out, draw the belly towards your spine. Take another one like that. Breath in. And breath out. And then from here, sending those sit bones towards your heels. And let's come into a child's pose. And you could reach your arms out in front of you, or you could bring your arms by your side. Arms face up. Let your head rest on the floor, on a pillow, on a block. You're not adding tension to your neck. You're letting your head be supported so your neck doesn't have to work here. And let's find about 5 cycles of breath. And then with your next inhale, hands forward and making your way into downward facing dog. And in downward facing dog, widening your feet and shortening your stance so your feet are a little closer to your hands. And send a bit more weight into your heels, dropping them towards the mat. And then on your inhale, walk your hands towards your feet. And as you exhale, grab opposite elbows, just finding a forward fold with your feet wide and swaying from one side to the other. Make sure that you're letting your neck relax. So head is heavy. And breathe in. And breathe out. And now releasing those elbows slowly with the head and the arms heavy, making your way up to stand. And once you get to the top, give your shoulders a roll, bring them up by your ears, and then down the back. Turn your palms forward, and still in this wide leg stance, so pretty stable here. And we'll open that left knee to the side. And we might climb that foot up the leg, or we might leave those toes on the ground. Just see what you need today, what is just enough balance, enough challenge. You want to make sure that there is enough ease so that you can actually be and breathe in this pose. And remember, you can always have a piece of furniture or a wall nearby, and you can play with using it or not. Try to stir away from the all or nothing. And notice that there's so many in-betweens. Try to keep a soft gaze and soft breath. And let's take another breath in and breath out. And then let's draw that left knee forward. And then on the exhale, let's bring hands to hips and let's straighten the leg in front of us. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, cross that left foot over outside of the right. Okay, so again, we're crossing the legs. And here, when you're crossing the legs, squeeze those inner thighs towards one another. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, we're going into a forward fold. On your inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold. And pause here. Maybe look from side to side, relaxing your neck. Taking a breath in. And a breath out. And another breath in. And breath out. And then as you inhale, slowly rising up vertebra, stacking over vertebra. And then allowing those shoulders to move away from your ears. And then unwinding your legs and coming back into your mountain pose. And shift your weight forward and back. Recover your breath. Notice if you have to take a deeper breath in, it might be a sign that you were holding it before. And then we'll prepare for the other side. So now grounding through your left side. Spread those toes, get a good base. Find your gaze, steady that gaze and your breath. And then bend into your right knee, opening it up. And finding just the right place for that right foot on this side. I've mentioned it before, but the standing leg is not just something where you drop your weight into, but the standing leg is pushing back into the lifted foot, pushing the floor away. There's action in that standing leg. If you can use that left thigh, lifting your kneecap, that left glute. And then again, you're softening eyes and jaw, shoulders. And just notice your breath. If the standing leg is getting fatigued, find a slight bend into it and then straighten it back up. And another breath in. And breath out. And then as you inhale, let's bring that right knee in. And then hands to hips, straighten that leg in front of you. It doesn't have to be hip high, it can be diagonal or low. Take another breath in. And then on your exhale, cross that right foot, bring it to the outside of the left. And again, they don't have to be in line. That right foot can be forward. Just make yourself stable here through both feet. Squeeze those inner thighs, reach your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, coming into a forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale, lengthening your spine. And fold forward, exhale. And pausing. And again, you could look a bit from side to side. Add a little softness to your neck. And maybe there's an open mouth exhale here too. And now we release and slowly rising up, vertebra, stacking over vertebra. And coming up to stand, unwinding those legs. And finding again your mountain pose and shift a bit. Bend and straighten. Roll those shoulders. Find a little movement in your neck. Okay, so continuing with the balance now. So from here, let's bend those knees, lower the sit bones as low as you can. So you're shifting now weight into your heels, bring your arms in front of you. And keep lowering those sit bones, keep lowering those sit bones. And then maybe plant your hands, sit bones might come to your heels, and then sit bones to the mat. And once you arrive on your mat, wrap your arms around your shins and really squeeze those knees in towards your chest. And you could even bring your forehead towards your knees and take a deep breath in. And breath out. And another one like that, breath in. And breath out. And now with your inhale, planting your feet, a little hip movement here. Bring hands to the outer hips, lengthen your spine, and then lower your knees to the right, looking over to the left. And inhale through center, and knees to the left, look over to the right. And inhale, center, and knees to your right, looking to the left. And center, and shift to the other side. And then as you inhale, come back through center, bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide, hands to your ankles, maybe work your sit bones a little closer to your heels. And then find your long lifted spine, take a full breath in. And full breath out. If you want to fold, you could fold here too. Or you could stay lifted, drawing those shoulders away from your ears. Take another breath in. And breath out. And one more breath in. And breath out. And now as you inhale, those knees come up, and let's plant those feet and make our way down to the mat. Bring those arms in front of you, take a full breath in, and exhale halfway down. And another breath in, you could here roll your shoulders, and then on your exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. And then once you've come to your mat, we're going to get a little bit more stretch for the neck and the shoulders here. So with your next inhale, bring your knees into your chest and rest your hands on your knees. Keep the head down, the shoulder blades down, and then take a full breath in. And then on your exhale, send the right knee out in front of you. And as that right knee goes out in front of you, it pulls that right hand, that right arm, and that right shoulder forward. Okay, so getting a stretch through the right side of your neck. And then as you inhale, bring that right knee in. And on your exhale, your left knee goes out and it pulls that left hand, arm, shoulder side of the neck. And then let's bring that left knee in, and now again with the right hand is on the knee. And you get that pull. Okay, so we're not straightening the leg, we're just moving the knee away. And since the hand is on the knee, you're getting that pull through the arm and the neck. And then center, and the same thing now with the left. Left knee goes out, pull, pulling that left shoulder, side of your neck. And then bring those knees in, and we'll do another version now. So hands or the insides of your knees, you're bringing the feet together and the knees wide, and your hands are going to come to your ankles. So you're drawing those heels in, those ankles towards you, and then now you're just dropping those feet towards the ground, and your hands are still on your ankles. So now just the weight of your feet towards the ground is going to pull those shoulders and the side of your neck. Breathe in here. Breathe out. And another breath in. And breath out. And then on your inhale, bringing those knees back in. Release those ankles and now plant your feet. Knees bent, feet wide. Let the knees rest against one another. Okay, let's bring hands to the belly. And take a full breath in. Let the belly expand against your hands. And then as you breathe out, the belly draws away from the hands, and then you push that lower back down into your mat. And let's do that again. Breathe in, expand that belly, find that lift of your hands. And then breathe out, push that lower back down into the mat. One more time like that. Full breath in. And breath out. And then from here, find your most comfortable position. So whether it's lengthening the legs out, maybe you're staying with the same position you're in right now. Maybe your hands come by your side. And as always, you can grab some support, some pillows, or you could grab any extra piece of clothing that might make you more comfortable, more at ease. And we're making that transition from the doing to now the not doing. What is it like to pause? To allow the body to relax towards the mat and still stay awake. So what happens in the mind when we do this? Does the mind resist? Starts thinking, starts wondering if, oh, should I do this? Should I not? Do we tune out? Do we go somewhere else? And if that's going on, noticing it, that's a big lesson, a good skill. And then having some agency over what our mind does. Giving ourselves choices. And to have those choices and those possibilities, we need to be able to do all these different things. So as much as doing, we need to also be able to not do. So we practice. Noticing where your attention is at this moment. And then bringing it back to your next inhale. And then noticing your next exhale. And then slowly finding some gentle movement in your body, using your breath as a guide. Movement in your fingers, your toes, your ankles, your wrists. And finding a little movement in your neck, in your jaw, your eyes. And then as you're ready, rolling onto one side, giving yourself a moment to pause here. Find a breath in. And maybe exhale out with a sigh. And now slowly making your way up. And we'll find a comfortable seat. We'll bring hands to heart. We'll take this moment to acknowledge the practice, to acknowledge ourselves for practicing, to acknowledge those who practiced with us, to acknowledge those who made it possible. And we'll end with a word that means that the light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.